the Bottom podcast. I'm your host, Jay, and I'm here with my co-host, Jeremiah Jordan. And today's episode is music-related, music-based.
We're celebrating the 66th anniversary of the GRAMMYs.
66.
Yeah, 66 years. Can you believe it? 66 years of rigging this competition for those who donate to them the most. You know?
Yeah. The biggest donator. That's awesome.
That's
awesome, man.
Well, I think this year the internet is going to decide the winners.
Oh, they're letting people vote from the internet?
That and a lot of the artists got popular because of the internet.
Because of the internet, that's
right. A lot of the artists we're going to talk about today because they've also have some of their own controversies surrounding them, right? Some old, some new, some very recent.
Yeah, there's a lot coming up.
But all we know is they're evergreen. It's evergreen topics to talk about. And who doesn't like making fun of rich people? Right?
Right.
So what do you want to talk about first, Jay? I gave you the rundown.
Let's
start off with something.
Let's do the Eminem story.
Okay.
Let's talk about Eminem. So Eminem, man, one of the biggest artists out there, very legendary, very you'd say Eminem is very controversial? Probably,
I think calling him controversial is an understatement.
Very understatement. Yeah. His lyrics very out there.
Very divisive.
Very divisive.
I would say hilarious.
Oh yeah. Very creative.
Very creative. Very funny.
So you heard recent story Eminem has had a leak, right? What was leaked exactly? So
Eminem is perpetually victimized by leaks. He's experienced this his entire career.
Right.
From the Encore era, which is why the Encore album we got was so terrible, because they leaked the good songs and he had to replace them.
Wow.
And since then, there's like a thing called Straight from the Lab. And Straight from the Lab is when all the producers who've ever worked for Eminem just get his stuff and they sell it on the black market and they make an album out of it and they call it Straight from the Lab. Right. And now we've got the latest iteration, Volume 3. So this man has been victimized 2 other times. And it's so it's From the Lab Volume 3. And what was released was 45 minutes of unreleased music plus 5 adjusted songs. So songs that he has released that were either unmastered or he changed to prevent like something, right?
Yeah.
And the most explosive that came from it was a diss track targeted towards Suge Knight called Smack You.
Oh.
Have you heard Smack You yet, Jay?
I have not heard Smack You, actually.
You haven't?
I haven't. No, but I know what it's about. There's quite the claims, you know.
Right. I heard Smack You. I heard there's a few others that I want to talk about really quickly. But first, Smack You is a diss that is aimed at Ja Rule during the time when Ja Rule and 50 Cent were having beef, and Ja Rule dissed Dr. Dre, and Dr. Dre told Eminem to stay out of it. Now, in this diss track, I would say Eminem crossed a few personal lines that he usually keeps the moral high ground on, or that he's established his identity around. So in this song, he attacks Ja Rule's wife and kids. He says, "Don't question how I raised my daughter," because apparently Ja Rule called Haley at the time, who was 6, a slut.
Yeah,
he called the 6-year-old a slut. Yeah. I think in Haley's Revenge, what was that song called? No, Haley's Revenge was Eminem's response.
Yeah, that's Eminem.
I forget what his song was called, but he had something to do with Haley. He called her a slut, this 6-year-old. So Eminem responded, and he said in this song, don't question how we raise my kids, because you don't even raise your own. You're fat, Donald Duck, Ronald McDonald living in McDonald's wife does, and your kids are dirty. They're dirty kids. And one more insult that he levied at was, I guess, Ja Rule's son, because Eminem is talking to Haley in this song, and he's like, "Hey Haley, remember that pretty little dress I got you to match Ja Rule's when we went to go see him in concert?" And she's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, I mailed that dress to Ja Rule's son." She's like, "Oh, because you think his son thinks he's a girl?" He's like, "No, but he likes to dress like one." And this is a line Eminem has never crossed publicly. Yeah. Right, which is why even in the MGK diss, he didn't attack his kids. He always just stays away from it. So maybe this was the best idea for Dr. Dre to tell him not to go for it, because he mentions it and like Toy Soldiers, the song, he says, "Oh, we were gonna attack you, but Dre told me not to. That it's not my business." And then in the other songs, some were released from Relapse, right? Like, you can tell they're Relapse albums because he has his Relapse ad lib. That's his ad lib in throughout the Relapse album. One's called Love Drunk. And in that album, in that song, I should say, he makes fun of the situation with Chris Brown and Rihanna.
Yeah, right. And this is before they actually collaborated, right? Him and Rihanna.
Yeah, because this album was being produced in 2007,
Mm-hmm.
and they collaborated in 2009. So this was
Wow.
before that, and this is so there's 2 songs in here where he makes fun of the Rihanna thing,
Mm-hmm.
and
And those were released, right?
the where he makes fun of Rihanna,
Mm-hmm.
they were leaked.
Oh, those were part of the leak.
These 2 new songs were leaked, but even before then, from the last Straight from the Lab Volume 2, there was another leak where he makes fun of the Rihanna situation again. So he's tried to make fun of it 3 times, and he's been he's never gone through it.
Yeah.
I'm glad he has managers to tell him what's a bad
Not
idea.
to limit him in there.
But I heard all these songs.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell why some were shelved and some were not. Some you can tell they were as recent as 2018 because one comes from the
really?
Kamikaze era,
Oh, wow.
which was released in 2018. So whoever is doing these leaks obviously still works with him because they have stuff from
Right, it's so recent.
from 2007, from the 2005, because there was Eminem just released his album Coup de Grace, The Death of Slim Shady. And in that album, he has a song called Antichrist.
Mm-hmm.
But he's talked about Antichrist in interviews talking about this album. He said there was a version from 2005 that was too controversial. He'd never want it released. That got leaked.
Yeah.
That one got leaked. And I could see why he says it's super controversial more than the new one. It's because in the song, he's not only making fun of the Michael Jackson child sexual assault allegations, but he's saying that he has to keep up with Michael by doing it.
By outdoing
By
him.
continuously doing it. And he kind of like goes into some detail about, I guess, molesting little boys. But
Yeah, Eminem can get so vulgar, but not like that.
yeah, he's
That's insane.
very
He was probably really mad, you know. It made him upset, Ja Rule.
Oh yeah. He sounded pissed off because I wouldn't say this track was particularly good. It gave the same energy that he gave Benzino from Nail in the Coffin,
Mm-hmm.
but he's mainly talking about his gripes with the hip hop community and how they're gonna kill everybody, like how they killed Biggie and Tupac, and that even if they kill him, that what he's fighting for is worth dying for, because if he dies, he's gonna have them killed too.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So
Damn.
it was a very intense time for him.
Mhm.
But moreover, what's more interesting is that initially Eminem's legal team allowed reactors to react to the leaks. They wanted it. They got
really?
they got the green light, especially from a YouTuber named No Life Shaq.
Right.
And then like 2 hours later, he said, "Don't do it." They said,
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, their permission was revoked, right?
mm-hmm.
To listen to it.
And No Life Shaq really wanted to react to Smack You on his
Mhm.
channel. So he's not going to get the chance to do it, but he said it's crazy. Which I'll tell
It's
you,
crazy.
it's pretty crazy.
You listen to it then.
And so what do you think of the Eminem leaks? Why does he keep getting victimized? Are these good? Are these bad for him as an artist?
I mean, Eminem is just good as an artist in general, you know, and people are always eager to hear what he has to say next. He's like one of the artists that really didn't have any like actual beef with anyone, right?
No, he's had like 3 beefs. Like
With Ja Rule,
with Ja Rule, Benzino,
Benzino.
and then I guess more lightly MGK.
But how did those end?
Well, no one even remembers who Benzino is. And
Yeah.
if you do, you know him because of Eminem. No one knows Ja Rule if you do, it's because of Eminem.
Wow.
And then MGK, well, he went to rock after he left.
He went.
rap.
To
He
I saw him
trains-
doing a cover by System of a Down,
yeah,
which people did not like.
yeah. Eminem just bullied him out of rap. He had to switch it on.
He
So
had to switch up.
that's how that turned out.
Oh man,
Um,
that's terrible.
Do you
Well,
think it's good for people to leak music like this?
maybe there is. You know, I think it just keeps people on the edge of their seat of what's to come. You know, people really again, like I know you and Nehemiah are both the big Eminem fans, and you guys are always like on top of Eminem stuff, Eminem news. You know, I'm pretty sure you guys aren't the only like Eminem diehard fans. You know, there's people out there who really would just want to listen to everything. You know, what their favorite rapper has to offer and whatnot.
Yeah,
it's
and
the evolution of it too. You know.
And even if you watch some of our episodes, you'll see that I am wearing I have 2 Eminem shirts. I'm wearing
Yeah.
2 different Eminem shirts. Very
Always
early
repping.
on. So if you name it in the comment section, I'll give you a cookie.
There you go. Put your address too.
But yeah, there's a lot of concerns that artist privacy is being ruined.
You think so? You don't think that any of these were actually like themselves? Because I mean, I can't come up with an example right now, but there's been artists who had intentionally leaked their music, right, just for the point of like gaining
I
a
think so.
following clout.
I think usually that's followed by a by a tweet, like a face palm tweet, and then like, well, they're
Yeah,
out
something
now, I
that's
guess.
kind of obvious, huh?
Yeah. Whereas Eminem's like, everybody who posts these songs is getting
Yeah.
DMCA'd.
They're getting sued.
They're getting sued, and all over YouTube, he's putting DMCA, so YouTube has to take it down.
Yeah.
So I feel like, and last time it happened, Eminem apologized to Rihanna publicly.
Yeah.
He had apologized to Revolt because he had said that he doesn't mess with Revolt because like they were, I guess, disrespectful to him.
Mm-hmm.
So he apologized to Revolt and he had apologized to Rihanna when they were leaked. So I don't think when it comes from Eminem that it's official, like he's doing it, because even he has said it frustrates him because when it leaks from his album, he has to go recreate it again.
Exactly, and especially because of like the type of change-ups they had to do and things they didn't want to get out. So it's like, oof, maybe it's like breaking ties between him and like other people, you know.
Eminem's always sitting in hot water, you know. He's like a boiling crab.
Yeah, like a boiling crab, man.
He's always sitting in hot water. But yeah, you know. So shout out to Eminem and
Eminem. Maybe you can come on our podcast and we can interview about it.
Exactly.
About all the leaks.
We'll react to them with you.
We'll react to them. We'll play them all in full.
In full, uncensored. You know, that's the one time all of our episode on YouTube will be uncensored.
It'll be uncensored, yeah, for Eminem.
But yeah, so that's the Eminem leaks. I enjoyed the leaks, some of them.
Yeah,
you know,
I didn't listen to what was it?
Antichrist.
Yeah, I listened to Antichrist.
Love Drunk.
Yeah. I didn't. You listened to all of them, right?
I haven't finished all of them, but I listened to the ones that I would say generated the most controversy from the release.
Okay, which one was your favorite out of those?
I want to say Marshall Powers is pretty good.
Marshall Powers.
And
why?
Yeah, because it's from the Kamikaze era, and it sounds like it could have made the cut for Kamikaze because Kamikaze had that weird wacky vibe to it a few times. But I would say that I just liked it as for what it was, right? I see why he canned it, but I like it nonetheless.
Yeah.
The worst one I would say was probably Love Drunk. Like there's already enough murder in Relapse as it was. We didn't need another song this time killing celebrities.
And you've never seen Eminem do anything like this, right? Or I mean, in his music, he doesn't go out like this. He doesn't go off on people like that.
All the time.
Like that?
Relapse, and even in one of his latest albums, he had he name drops people and says he's killing them or whatever. But he does it throughout Relapse, so we don't need to hear more of it.
Yeah.
You know, I just wonder what song it would have replaced, right? Because Kendra Wilkinson, he mentions her in Love Drunk, he mentions Rihanna, and then I don't even know who the first person is he's referencing, but it must be somebody who's irrelevant by now. But
I bet.
Yeah, that's something I don't think it was necessary. That's kind of why it was probably the worst.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd say Marshall Powers or there was one released with 50 Cent. That one was pretty good. With 50 Cent. Him and 50 Cent, they go back and forth.
And these are songs you said they weren't released?
They were not supposed to be released. No, but they were. Eventually they were.
And these aren't like songs that were changed either and released, right?
No, all unofficial, never heard before. Plus 5 songs that have been released to the public, but they're in their prototype state.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They're in their either unmastered or different lyrics, different verses, different flows.
Oh, I see.
So those came out. But yeah, those are the Eminem leaks. I hope he recovers from it. I
hope so. Yeah, I hope making money off of suing everybody.
Suing everybody. But speaking of rappers, we have another rapper on our list to talk about. He's been in the news all this last year, I should say.
All of last year, yeah. He's actually haven't been falling off at all. He's became bigger and bigger, right?
Yeah, but he's also had his own leaks. Not song though. Not song wise.
That's not the song, man.
Not song wise.
Other kinds of leaks, those spicy leaks.
Yeah, those spicy leaks.
Spicy leaks, man.
We're talking about Drake,
man.
That's right.
What's his name? Aubrey
Drake Graham. Yeah.
Aubrey Drake Graham.
Yeah, Mr. Graham. He's had a massive 2024 with a third-person shooter, and that was what ended his career, I guess, in 2024.
Do you think his career is done for?
I think his next album will sell less.
You think so?
I don't think it'll sell as much, but it'll probably sell less. But he's not. I don't think he's gonna be a Benzino or a Ja Rule. It's not. He's too big to be ended like that.
Yeah. I think so.
But I think.
So you think Kendrick won in the beef?
I think so.
Yeah.
Too many memes, too many quotables from Not Like Us.
Okay, yeah. And are those videos real when he's playing Not Like Us?
Yes, because Drake has this thing where he will take a song that's about him and rap over it to make it better. Which is why, like,
That's hilarious. He's funny though for doing that. Where he's like, it's at his concert, right? And,
yeah, he
and
takes
he's
it on
like
the
all
chin,
fucking,
you know.
like rocking around and rocking with the song and stuff, and he's into it, and I'm like, that's hilarious.
That's why I like that. I like Drake. He's taking like a sport, you know. He's like,
Yeah.
So yeah, he did it with BBL Drizzy. He released a BBL Drizzy version of
mhm.
his of BBL Drizzy, like his own version.
Yeah.
Which was a song that was created by Metro Boomin, who kicked off the beef with Future with "We Don't Trust You," the album "We Don't Trust You," which
We Don't
featured Kendrick
Trust You.
Lamar on "Like That,"
Yeah.
and that's what kicked off the entire beef with Drake, which we covered with Joshua the Militant.
Yeah, an older video. You should go back and check it out.
Yeah, I think the analysis, it still lives up to what eventually it was. We were just a little early because during the shooting of that episode, "Not Like Us" was released, and so we missed like the song of the year when we shot. As we were shooting, it released. So that's unfortunate.
I
But
remember that. Yeah.
that is the topic of this Drake story. So Drake is upset about "Not Like Us," but he's not upset about "Not Like Us" because it's this song. He believes that the listens and views were manufactured by the label that he's a part of. Why is that? Him and Kendrick are part of the same label, Universal Music Group.
Oh, really? And he thinks the label did it? His label.
His label. He believes his label used Kendrick's song because he believes they manipulated its radio play.
Yeah.
And that damaged his career.
Wow.
So he's not blaming Kendrick. He's blaming the label. So he's suing UMG right now.
I forgot he was suing a lot of people too, huh?
Yeah. He's suing UMG based off of these damages, this pain he's been suffering due to his own label mistreating him. I guess he feels like they're taking a side, right?
Yeah,
they're taking a side. So
no, I get that.
What do you think? Do you think is this like a bad move for Drake to sue for a rap beef?
To sue over a rap beef? I mean, if it was manufactured, then yeah, right? Because wouldn't that be considered like a sort of fraud?
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
Manufactured and taken aside, I'd get it. I mean, y'all should take a fair chance, you know.
Because if they were on separate labels, he wouldn't be able to sue like this.
Yeah, you think he's able to get out of his contract?
I have not read anything like that in the suit. I think he's just trying to recover damages. Because he's not asking to be released. He's just he's trying to damage them. I think he's also trying to stop it from being played at the Super Bowl, because Kendrick is going to perform at the Super Bowl this year, and people believe he's going to do "Not Like Us."
That's awesome. They're going to tell him not to watch.
It might be very litigious because if he allows it, then maybe Drake won't sue Kendrick, but he'll sue the NFL for allowing a song that's being under litigation for defamation be played there, right?
Yeah.
So Kendrick's going to be under a lot of pressure to
Kendrick
not perform the song.
Clear, though. He's in the clear.
Yeah. And he probably don't care. He'll probably just do it anyway.
I want to do it for. I'm not getting sued.
Whatever the money Kendrick brings in, they'll use to fight the lawsuit against Drake, right?
There you go. Yeah.
You know?
Support whoever's getting sued.
Do you think it's a good idea for Drake to do this? To sue on his behalf, like just stop him from performing at the Super Bowl?
I don't know, man. Honestly, like if it's against the law, what they did, then yeah, go for it. Sue them. Sue everybody you need to sue.
Everybody you need to sue.
Yeah.
Get that money.
Get that money, man. Do what's right. But if he's just doing it just to be petty and like it's actually like, you know, whatever thing, you could sue, you could not sue, you could let it be, and he's just taking it up the butt. It's like, damn, man, I don't know. I just kind of let them be, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Can't do anything.
And so I think that he probably shouldn't just sue in general. Like, even if he doesn't.
No, I mean, it's whatever. He can sue. I would sue.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, personally, as my personal opinion, he obviously has the right to sue.
Yeah.
But I don't think he should.
You don't think he should?
Optically, he's going to look
like
bad.
In an awkward work environment.
Either awkward working environment or people are not going to take him serious anymore as a rapper. Because they're going to say, he has these defamation claims against his own label, but they're going to say that's a cover for him to prevent them from continuing to play Not Like Us. So it might be like a 5-head move from Drake to prevent it from being heard at the Super Bowl in front of hundreds of millions of people. the ultimate embarrassment.
And he's going through with it.
He's going through with it. The Super Bowl's a few days away, and he's gonna do it. So,
oh well, man,
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what they tell him.
We'll see if Kendrick still has the massive cojones he has to do it, regardless of what the NFL thinks.
Oh, that's if they let him in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Switch him out for someone else. Switch him out for like who?
Lil Wayne. No, I'm just
Bruno
kidding.
Mars and Lady Gaga.
Bring him back.
Oh, bring him back, both of them.
Yeah, because they
Did they
Bruno
do it
Mars,
together?
Bruno Mars has been to the Super Bowl twice. Once on
I
his
remember,
own
yeah.
and once with Coldplay, and then Lady Gaga did.
Oh, the
Super
Coldplay. I
Bowl,
remember that one. That's right.
So he's done it twice. So he would be a 3-timer.
You can do him and that one artist from that K-pop group, the APT song. You heard that song?
No.
APT.
APT.
That's pretty good. It's catchy as heck. It's a good song. But I'm just saying that's a great song for them to perform.
Have Kendrick do the song.
Definitely not his style. But it'd be interesting.
It would be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got Squabble Up, right? Like, look,
Squabble Up.
I mean, look, we're already on Kendrick. Let's talk about Kendrick. Let's talk about his Super Bowl performance, which is coming up. What songs do you think he's gonna do? I think he's gonna do Squabble Up. That's his number one song right now.
You think so? Squabble Up? Probably. People do like that little part where they're like, he got a little quirky with it. He got a little, fun with it. So yeah, it's been a fun song.
I think he'll do DNA. He's definitely got to do DNA.
You think so?
He's got to do DNA.
DNA. What's like a good classic Kendrick song?
All right. He gonna be
all right.
He did that last time at the Super Bowl. You think he'll do it again?
Did he?
Because he was at the Super Bowl with all the rappers. Remember, it was Drake, Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and Kendrick.
Damn, they were all there.
Yeah, because it was in LA, so it was all about LA.
rappers.
Eminem was there, but I don't know why Eminem was there.
Yeah, why was he there?
He was all about LA.
No, I'm probably all right.
All right.
All right would be a good one.
Good Kid, Mad City. What's a good kid? No, he won't do Mad City. No one knows that song.
Mad City. I know that. I love that song.
Well, I mean, do you think it's popular enough for the radio? Like, it's money.
Nah,
It's either gonna be Money Trees
Money Trees probably.
or Don't Kill My Vibe.
Don't Kill My Vibe.
Or
he just goes trick.
Swimming
Don't Kill
Pools?
My Vibe. I don't think Swimming Pools.
You don't think so?
I think maybe Don't Kill My Vibe probably.
Probably.
Those are good classic songs.
I would say Don't Kill My Vibe. Oh, maybe he'll do the Don't Kill My Vibe with Jay-Z and have Jay-Z come out.
Oh, really? Do they have a version together?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the deluxe version.
Everywhere.
The deluxe version of Good Kid, Mad City has the remix.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I've been seeing Jay-Z on like quite a lot of remixes now.
Oh yeah, he's all over the place.
Yeah, I think the first remix I saw that like I felt like didn't fit together was like the Jay-Z and Linkin Park.
Yeah, I love that.
I was
love
like,
that
interesting mix,
Yeah, but let's so that those are our guesses for the Kendrick, right? His performance.
Yeah.
We want to talk about Kendrick for another reason. He released an album, GNX, right? And so for GNX, he has a song on there called "Whacked Out Murals," and he makes one line.
Oh yeah, Whacked Out Murals.
Whacked Out Murals. I love Whacked Out Murals.
Yeah.
He makes one line where he refers to a man named Andrew Shultz. He's a comedian, podcaster.
Yeah.
And it's an indirect reference to Andrew Shultz because he says,
it's very generalized.
Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law.
Yeah.
Then he says he'll slide on any black men who are subject to the propaganda of white people.
Yeah.
And Andrew Shultz took this personally.
Yeah, because it was, what was it, on his show, right? What's the name of the show?
I don't even know.
No, I know. It's called The Idiots or something like that.
Is it?
Pretty sure.
I've never heard of Andrew Shultz until this moment.
You're kidding, really?
I've never heard of Andrew Shultz.
I think the first time I heard about him was when he was talking smack about Will Smith. When Will Smith went up and slapped Chris, what's his name?
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, yeah. When he smacked him up, he went on a whole rant just talking crap about him, about his, I think, not his kids, about him and just Jada, just, what he does. But, I mean, Andrew Schultz, what kind of person is Andrew Schultz? All the Schultz, I feel, he's the kind of person that goes off of, like, on anyone, that kind of comedian that really treads on the edge of everything. And he took that really personally, when Kendrick said that. And he just went on a whole, how many episodes is it?
He did like 2 episodes. He went on a 2-episode crash out.
Yeah, just crashing out.
And obviously he made some interesting points because I saw the fallout. But then he got weird when he talked about raping Kendrick.
Yeah, he that audio was hilarious because he goes, if we were in a jail in a jail and me and Kendrick were in there and we did everything that you could possibly do in a cell, I, I'd get to it and I'd be like, all right, then let me just fuck you. And he's like, and I don't think there's any way that he can, he can get away from me. He's gonna get it whether it's consensually or unconsensual.
Well, Kendrick's people and the gang affiliate, everybody, his security, they will kill me. They will destroy me. They'll find me in the street. They'll fucking cut me up. They'll shoot me. They'll do whatever. I'm not a tough guy. Y'all do. But just Kendrick, I would make love to him, and there's nothing he could do about it. Just Kendrick Lamar, I would make love to him, and the only thing that he could do is decide if it's consensual or not. That's the only thing he could do. If it's me and Kendrick, this is about physics. It's about physics. I don't even know if I'll get hard. But if we're in a cell, there's a chance that if we're in a cell and we're bored and we done tattooing each other, whatever you do in the cell, and we ran out of board games and we did all the other things, we cleaned everything, and I'm like, man, I might as well you. There's nothing he could physically do to stop that besides put his legs in the air and choose a position. Maybe Mark, I let him choose a position.
Why are you pulling this picture up, Mark? Why are you doing this?
Put up that picture of him and Travis Kelce's girl. Look at that shit.
Oh my God, dude, that's unbelievable.
Yo, I'll be honest. I would go so far as to say I don't think he could stop most people on the planet from having sex with him. Like, the only reason he got security is to stop people from having sex with him whenever he wants. I know with Kendrick that he's talking a lot of shit, but if it came down to it, I could put him on my lap. I could feed him a bottle. I could put him on my lap. I could feed him a bottle and make love to him if I wanted to, and there's nothing he could do about it. I might not be hard. I might just slap soft against his butt.
But you could just beat him up. You don't have to f*** him, right?
No. We're not doing acts of physical violence over here, bro.
Okay.
That's what
This is an act of sweet love.
This is an act of love.
Oh, you're a pacifist.
I'm saying I could be romantic with him and there's nothing he could do about it, to the point, like, I think I'm so charming he would just fall into it.
Yeah, he goes, his only choice is that it'll either be consensual or it won't.
Yeah.
And many people were weirded out by that one.
That was weird, yeah, because then he goes on to say, honestly, I can't think he can't defend himself from really anyone in this world from trying to, rape him.
Yeah, that's when he made it kind of weird.
Okay,
and
dude.
The most interesting parts about Andrew Shultz is that I found out a lot about him because of this, and it was that he likes to be an offensive comedian. Now, there's nothing wrong for me personally with offensive comedy, but you got to be funny.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to be funny. That's like the whole ordeal of comedians is, bro, you got to be funny.
You can't just say something offensive and expect people to laugh because you think it's funny.
Yeah, like, bro, it was funny. But
and Andrew Shultz is one of those guys who, and I know this because one of his arguments to defend his offensive comedy was, well, South Park is offensive, but he had presented an example from South Park that Token Black is funny because I guess his name is Token Black, but the reason why Token Black is actually funny is because he is his name is a caricature that people portray in shows, but he's not a caricature himself. He's like the most normal kid out of all of them with a normal family.
The opposite of the stereotype.
And that is the joke. Andrew Shultz seems to believe that the name Token Black, calling him Token Black, is the joke.
Finally, he understands
It's a law.
Now I understand why he's doing a comedy with the South Park creators.
That makes sense.
Because he appreciates white comedians that make fun of black people.
There you go.
And they've done that brilliantly for decades.
Yeah, that's true.
And he would never want to, break one of his own laws.
No, that's true.
I mean, didn't they have a character called Token on the South Park show?
Yeah, they do.
Which I'm sure Kendrick is a big fan of.
That's true.
He must be a big fan if he's
true.
going to do a comedy with them. I mean, we can look that up. Apparently, he has a comedy coming out.
Yep.
He thinks
That
that's
he's
the
a Token
joke.
Black, right? And I feel like
over
that
his head.
goes over his head, which is why Kendrick's line went straight over his head.
Yeah.
But he went back to catch it because he thought it was about him.
He thought it was right about him, yeah, and he just went on this whole rant talking mad.
He also went on to believe, he goes, oh, rap is so irrelevant now that you got to talk about podcasters for clout. When Kendrick has the #1 song in the country for a long time.
Yeah,
he's had two #1 songs, so it's Squabble Up and Not Like Us.
Yeah, right. And then, I mean,
a #1 album, and even Andrew Schultz's podcast isn't even #1. No one even knows who this guy is.
Oh, man. Funny you find out about him like this, too.
Exactly like this. Exactly like this.
But yeah, another argument that he's using, which makes sense, is that Kendrick is the type of artist that really aligns himself with other people who have those kind of views. Because he was talking about, they were talking about black women, right? And those dudes who were on his podcast also were kind of like, you can tell they were weirded out, but they didn't want to break like the whole sesh, I guess.
Yeah, the
you know,
vibes.
where they were like, because they were getting a lot of backlash over like, you guys will say you'll stand up for, you know, black women, this and that, but when it's like your buddy, it's kind of like okay or something, you know?
Yeah.
And this is weird, but they got a whole lot of backlash. I forgot who they were.
They were podcasters from
Also.
from England, and they were black podcasters from England, which is why Kendrick was talking to them, saying you can't let a white man talk about black women.
Yeah, and
like
it was
that.
talking to them, and that's when Andrew Schultz.
All Andrew Schultz
grabs it.
heard was white comedian. He's talking about me.
That's me, man.
Yeah, didn't even hear what the
hell
criticism was.
no.
All he heard was himself.
Yeah,
You know?
and he was saying that Kendrick aligns himself with people with, you know, who do the same thing to women, you know, who degrade women, and it goes to talk about how in general the rap itself is basically what brought women down, you know. It's about degrading women, about putting them down and treating them like objects rather than women.
And the reason why he also brought up the South Park example is because Kendrick is currently working with the South Park creators. They're making a movie.
Yeah, and then he blames them for doing the exact same thing, and Kendrick just, you know, not really minding it there.
Yeah, and it's like there are obviously there are contexts to be found, right, with what South Park does and how Kendrick is writing his new show, which is about a black man who's dating a white woman and finds out that at one point his ancestors were owned by hers.
Interesting.
And so that's an interesting dynamic that I can't wait to see how Kendrick delivers.
Yeah.
And that is like a nuance that Andrew Schultz doesn't understand.
Mhm.
Like he'd probably think that's funny because her ancestors owned his ancestors, right?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
probably why it's funny.
That's
Not that there's a
comedy.
relationship dynamic to be figured out with
Yeah,
that. Just that,
exactly.
haha, her ancestors
Uh-huh.
owned his slavery.
So simple.
You know? And the same thing with his representation of Kendrick's association with other rappers who are disrespectful to particularly black women in their music, and that is that Kendrick doesn't particularly do that in his own music. I mean, he has done it in the past, but he expressed in interviews that he had to learn that that's not what you do.
He basically apologized, right? That it was he had grown to do, and he's a changed person, basically.
Exactly. And the most important point is that Kendrick wasn't talking to this man. He was talking to other black men about this.
Damn. Didn't even get caught in the crossfire. This guy put himself there.
He just jumped right in
In front, yeah. It wasn't for him.
Yeah, maybe he's a good man after all. Taking one for black men, you know?
Andrew Schultz?
Taking a bullet for black men.
No. Oh, wait, for black
For the
men,
black
not for black
podcasters?
women.
No, for the black podcasters
Yeah.
that Kendrick was attacking. He's like, he's talking about me. And just
He's like,
jumped
we're
right in front of
fine, man. It's cool. You can say that about black women. They're
him.
angry.
Basically.
Black women are angry.
But yeah, that was a wild story. I was entertained by it to see his crash outs. It was pretty funny. Patrick CC had a video on it. I suggest everybody go watch it. I saw it. It was entertaining. It taught me a lot about Andrew Schultz. Stuff that I probably wouldn't have never known if it wasn't for Kendrick. So thank you, Kendrick. Thank Kendrick again.
Kendrick. We want to have you too. You and Eminem.
Yeah, together at the same time, the two goats.
Hey, together.
Yeah.
What else are they on together?
Hey,
Hey.
they're nominated in the same category at the
Whoa.
Grammys.
For the first time ever.
For the first time ever, these two
That's
have
awesome.
nominated at the same time. So it's time for a cultural moment. Who's the Grammys gonna decide to choose? Their golden boy, Eminem, who always wins no matter what category he's in, or the rap messiah, Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar, right? And the Grammys are actually on February 2nd.
Yeah, they're coming up.
So we're right there.
Yeah.
So man, look, speaking of people, being nominated, so we want to go through a couple of the categories, and we want to make predictions as to see who we think is gonna win a Grammy this year. You want to start off? Let's start off with you.
Yes,
What
let's
categories
start
you
off
wanna
with
do?
let's start off with the Eminem versus Kendrick, because we did start off with that.
Yes.
And this category is titled the Best Rap Performance.
Performance.
So the nominees are Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar.
Not like us, of course.
Yeah Glow by Glorilla.
Glozilla.
Like That, Future and Metro Boomin featuring Kendrick Lamar. So Kendrick again, he's back on it.
He's back on there.
Nissan Ultima by Doichi and Houdini.
Oh, hey, she's great.
Is she?
She's great. You haven't
I've
heard
never
her?
heard her music,
Oh,
no.
she's very creative. She reminds me, I don't want to compare her at all, but she gives me the same vibe of sort of like Chance the Rapper type of, she gets very creative, very playful with her lyrics and her music. So she's great. Nicole, my girlfriend, she's actually introduced me to her. So she's been listening to her for like some time now, and I was like, oh shoot. And then I just realized her name, and I was like, let me see who this is. And I know his music. She's great.
Shout out to Nicole.
Shout out Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. There you go. Love it. And the final nominee is Houdini by Eminem.
Houdini by Eminem. Okay, so out of all these people,
who takes home the Grammy? Who do I think?
Yeah, who do you think? You know Eminem and Kendrick Lamar are gonna be top running contestants.
They're the only ones eligible to win.
Are they? That's what you think? They're the only ones.
Yeah, they're the only
ones.
No
way. That's surprising.
Yeah,
really?
I think everyone up here is
no.
filling out the category is a formality. That's all it is.
Oh, it is. You just have to have the other slots filled in.
Exactly. It's only gonna go.
It just looks better.
Exactly. It's like, 5 nominees. That's nice. It's got five is a nice number.
There's variety, but we already know who's gonna win. But
And I think that in the first matchup between Kendrick and Eminem, I think Kendrick's taking it.
You think Kendrick's taking it?
Because not only do the Grammys vote based on popularity of the song, but cultural relevance. And Not Like Us is a culturally relevant song of last year. So these are songs of last year.
Yeah. Oh, just recently.
Maybe Squabble Up won't win this year.
These are still popular. They're still going.
People still love Not Like Us.
That's crazy because people are gonna vote like in the moment. I think like this is what's popping right now. Yeah,
and the funny thing is, it's because even the Grammy Academy is not made up by real people. I mean, it's not made up by like us. Like we can't vote. It's made up of people who've been nominated for Grammys and who've won Grammys before.
Right.
So people who participate in it are in the industry. And I think that they're going to recognize Kendrick, his moment.
They're the ones who vote?
They're the only ones who vote. So it's not a fan thing.
We got to get famous quick.
Yeah. So like even, I don't know if you remember Dea? Remember Dea? She had that popular song with, I think it was Calvin Harris or Zed. They had like a song together. She's a very, very small artist.
Dea. Yeah, no, I don't know. I know Calvin Harris.
Yeah, she had a song with him. I don't remember.
Dea.
Good Girls. Where do the good girls go to? Hide away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that song. That's Drea. No, is it? Dea. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Dea. After like a few years, because she had been nominated, she became a voting member of the Academy.
Oh, that's awesome. Was she nominated for that song?
With the song with, I think, Zed. The song with Zed.
Zed. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, because of that, I think they have more inclination to vote for the cultural relevant artists.
Right.
And I'm not saying Eminem is not culturally relevant, but Eminem, like most of these songs on here, was just another big song.
Right. Just a song that got popular.
It's a song that got popular, whereas Not Like Us dominated news lines. It's going to be performed. He did a show, Kendrick and Friends pop-out show, where he performed the song 6 times in a row.
6 times back to back.
Back to back.
That's
and
awesome.
Everybody sang each word every time.
Every single
time.
That's awesome.
You don't win a if you don't win a Grammy, it's gonna be the biggest upset since Macklemore beat him for best rap album in Good Kid, Mad City.
Did that? No way, for Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, it was the Heist versus.
That's insane. I can't believe that.
The Good Kid, Mad City.
That doesn't sound right.
So Macklemore got it. So I'm sure Macklemore's a voting member of the Academy because he won.
I hope he votes correctly.
He's probably he's never gonna give it up. But he's gonna vote for Kendrick.
He's gonna vote for someone else
because he went up there and said Kendrick should have won when he got it.
Oh, he said that.
Like, Kendrick deserved it. Kendrick should have won, but I appreciate it.
Cool. That's awesome.
So my pick is Not Like Us. Jay?
No. I'm gonna have to go with you as well. Yeah, it's one of the biggest songs hitting right now, and everybody really is vibing with it.
That's right, and. Listen, I still bump it. Still a great song. I also like TV Off, which is basically the same exact song from Kendrick's new album, but just with different lyrics and Lefty Gunplay.
Yeah. Lefty Gunplay. That's right. How did he get involved?
Oh, Kendrick filled this whole album up with rappers from LA. Every feature on here is somebody from LA. So they're all like 6 independent rappers, all from LA. Unfortunately, none of the ones we've interviewed, but someday.
Yeah. Hey, we'll see you guys there.
We'll see you guys there. The next category I'd like to do is let's finish off rap album.
Yeah, do
let's
it.
Finish off rap album. So best rap performance. We both are in agreement.
Mhm.
Not Like Us by
Not
Kendrick is
Like
gonna win.
Us. Yes, sir.
The next category, we'll do best rap album. We'll do the first nominee is "We Don't Trust You" by Future and Metro Boomin.
We don't trust you.
We have "Alligator Bites Never Heal" by Doichi.
Okay.
We have "The Auditorium" Volume 1 with Common and Pete Rock. We have "Might Delete Later" with J. Cole. And "The
J.
Death
Cole.
of Slim Shady" Coup de Grace by Eminem.
That's tough. Yeah.
This one is a lot tougher.
Eminem. Yeah, J. Cole. You have who was the first one again?
It was "We Don't Trust You" by Future and Metro Boomin.
You got the M2 on there, and then
Doichi. Common. J. Cole.
I think she's surprisingly good, man. That's why she's being nominated.
Yeah. Oh,
she's
yeah.
surprised, dude. If you listen to her music, she's pretty good. I don't know. This is a tough one.
It's a toughie.
You've heard Eminem, huh?
I have heard
I want to
the
get your
album.
opinion on that album.
That album. It's probably his best work since, I want to say, the MMLP2. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, because the Marshall Mathers LP2 is my favorite Eminem album, and I want to say this is probably his best work since that one. Since that one, yeah.
Ooh, have you heard the one by Future?
"We Don't Trust You." I have.
Yeah, you have.
I have.
What do you say about that?
It's a banger.
It's a banger.
It's a banger. Most of the songs are bangers, but you know what? That when you put Future and Metro Boomin together, that's the type of album you're gonna get.
They're gonna get
I think
bangers.
one of my most listened to songs last year was "Like That" from this album with Kendrick.
Yeah. And that's from there.
That's from that album. From "We Don't
okay.
Trust You" is Metro Boomin and Future featuring
I'm
Kendrick.
thinking they are.
I feel like they are too.
Yeah.
But so you're saying "We Don't Trust You" featuring Metro Boomin and Future?
Yes. Why are you saying but?
The Grammys have a tendency to give Eminem the rap album category because it takes into account the concept.
Yeah.
And for this album, Eminem used AI
Mhm.
to bring back his old persona from his first album, The Shady Voice,
Yeah.
and he's rapping against himself.
Oh wow, that's an interesting concept.
So I think because the parameters of this category is different, I think they're gonna give Eminem his 9th Grammy for a rap album of the year.
In a row?
No, he actually has the record for 7 years in a row, but he had lost for Music to Be Murdered By volume B-sides. It was like the B-sides that got nominated, and he didn't make.
He didn't win.
But he was like winning every single year.
That's interesting. So you straight think it's gonna be Eminem
I
again?
think he'll get. I think it's either 9. It'll be 9. It'll be 8 or 9 that he gets for the rap album of the year.
Okay. No, I'll stick with Metro Boomin in the future.
Metro Boomin. Okay, so for you, it's
Future.
"We Don't Trust You" by Future and Metro Boomin. For
Yep.
me, it's "The Death of Slim Shady" Coup de Grace by Eminem.
Okay.
Now let's go to the big four. These are the big four of the
Let's
night
see.
that everybody cares about. Everybody wants to see
Let's get through them.
because the rest is just like filler,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The rest is usually filler. Let's start off easy. Let's
Uh-huh.
go with best new artist.
Best new artist.
Best new artist. We have Sabrina Carpenter.
Of course.
We have Chappelle Roan or
Yeah. Right?
Chapel Roan. Sorry, I
Yeah,
always
it's
want to
Chappelle.
say Chappelle Rowan,
Yeah.
but her name is Chapel Roan.
Chapel Roan.
Okay, I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Chapel Roan. We have Teddy Swims. Okay,
Oh, okay. What was that?
you never heard of Teddy Swims?
No.
I have. He was on a song by 1OK Rock, which is a pretty good song.
Okay.
So Teddy Swims. We have Shabuzi, who is a black country
Shabuzi.
artist.
Oh yeah, I looked him up and I was like, that looks familiar, Shabuzi. And yeah,
We have
interesting.
Kurangbin. Never heard of this artist. Benson Boone.
I've heard of Benson Boone.
We have Ray. Raye. Ray.
R-A-Y-E.
And then
Okay.
Doichi.
I'm thinking Doichi, Benson Boone, and Chapel Roan.
One of those three.
Yeah.
One of those three. Which of the three you think you're gonna get?
Which of the three?
Yes.
Fudge. I don't know. Benson Boone has like pretty good music. He sings really well too. Chapel Roan, I just figured earlier. I heard a couple, she's really great.
She had a massive album, right?
Oh, yeah.
Good Luck Babe.
Mm-hmm.
Massive, really massive. She blew up out of nowhere because of TikTok.
And Doichi, man. Doichi's just... She's just great. I don't know. I just think she's really good. Who do you think?
There's only two real contenders in my mind,
Oh, really?
and that is Chappell Roan and Sabrina Carpenter. Yes.
She's been really
She's had
going
a run.
off. Yeah.
But the only time I think there's a... So it's going to be between those two.
Sabrina Carpenter, I'm going to call it.
You're going to say Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah.
I want to say Sabrina Carpenter because she's a safe pop artist, but often the Best New Artist Grammy is seen as a scarlet letter for some reason.
Oh.
It's kind of like the Madden curse. You know the Madden curse?
Yeah.
Where you get on the Madden cover and then you just never heard from again?
Yeah.
That's kind of what the Best New Artist is. It happened to, what's his name? Goiti, who did someone I used to know.
Oh,
right?
Gautier.
Gautier.
Yeah.
Gautier. The only person who's still relevant was Billie Eilish. She won Best New Artist.
Billie Eilish.
And she's still relevant.
Right.
I would say, I'm going to say it's going to be Chappell Roan.
And you don't think you'll hear from her ever again?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's gonna get her too, and the reason why that is because she's already finding herself in a lot of controversy, and maybe that's because she is internet bound. Because obviously her controversy with her fans interrupting her day as a person, but also because of the election, she said she's not gonna announce who she's voting for because she's just not into it, and that
pissed people off.
It got shows canceled from
What?
her, so
Really?
it almost destroyed her career.
What the? That's crazy.
And people also thought she was a hypocrite because she was saying she hates how famous she is, but she canceled a small concert she was supposed to do to go perform at the VMAs, which is a bigger venue to get more famous.
Man.
So, I think she's going to get it, and this will be the last we hear of
Okay.
Chappell Roan.
Well, there's that prediction.
Yeah, so if you're going with Sabrina Carpenter, I'm going with Chappell Roan.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying Best New Artist, Chappell Roan. Jay says Best New Artist, Sabrina Carpenter.
There you
Next, Song of the Year. Song of the Year. Okay. We have Beyonce, Texas Hold'em.
go. Texas Holmes, catchy.
We have Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan.
Oh, that one is a nice song.
We have Fortnite by Taylor Swift.
I don't get it.
We have, what is this? Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish.
Ooh, that song is great too.
We have Die With a Smile,
That song is really good.
Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
We have a Bar Song by Shabuzi.
Oh, that was popping.
We have Please, 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 Sabrina Carpenter. And finally, Not Like Us by Kendrick.
Not like us.
I'm going with Not Like Us. There's nothing on this list that compares to Not Like Us.
There it is. Not like
If
us.
Not Like Us did not exist, let's say Not Like Us doesn't exist,
Mm-hmm.
which one do you think would win?
Go through that list again. There,
Texas Hold'em,
Texas
Please,
Hold'em.
Please, Please, Good Luck Babe, Fortnite, Die With a Smile.
Probably Texas Hold'em.
Texas Hold'em.
Yeah.
I would say Birds of a Feather because it's the Oscar,
Birds- that's
right? It's an
right.
Oscar song.
Yeah,
nominated
yeah,
song.
that's
So
right.
I would say it's Birds
Birds
of
of
a
a
Feather. by
feather.
Billie
No, you're
Eilish.
right.
So legitimately, we say Not Like Us. Not Like
Not
Us.
Like
is just
Us,
gonna
yeah.
take it. It's just gonna take
That's
it. It
just
has
out
to.
there.
It has to. How is it not the song of the year?
Bet money on it.
Put it down. Put money down. Okay. The next album is Album of the Year,
Mm.
and this one has some interesting lore to it. I'll get into it. It's kind of like the Best New Artist. This one has some more interesting lore. Okay. Oh, so the Chappell Roan's album, I don't think it's Good Luck Babe. It's called Chappell Roan, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess.
Oh, okay.
She's nominated for Best Album of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
We have Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish. We have Jessie, Volume 4 by Jacob Collier. We have Brat by Charlie XCX.
Brad.
Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter. Cowboy Carter, Beyonce.
Mm.
New Blue Moon, Andre 3000. And The Tortured Poets Department, Taylor Swift.
Probably Sabrina Carpenter or Beyonce.
So interesting enough that you picked Beyonce. If Beyonce won, it will be the first time she's ever won this album. She's been nominated
Really?
like 6 times. She's never won.
No way.
She's lost to Adele. She's lost to Taylor Swift. She's lost to...
I saw those and they all apologized. Like, I'm sorry, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Is
So-
that conspiracy about Beyonce?
Conspiracy about Beyonce. But also what's interesting about this is Taylor Swift is the winner of the most Album of the Year Grammys in history. She has 4.
Oh wow.
And the next person to have the most is 2, and there's like 4 people tied for 2.
Who? Oh, 4 people.
4 people tied for 2. So Taylor Swift leads by 2 Grammys for album of the year. So I'm gonna go with the Tortured Poets Department
Taylor Swift.
because they seem to love her so much.
Yeah, I don't give a fuzz about Taylor Swift, but she's out there. She's big.
I love Taylor Swift. Almost 50.
Oh yeah.
yeah. I love Taylor Swift.
Interesting.
So I'm not gonna go. I haven't heard this album yet, to be honest. Like I'll be honest, I'm a Swiftie, but I haven't heard this album. But given her history with the Grammys, I'm gonna give this one to Taylor Swift.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Beyonce finally wins because it's a country album
Right.
and it touches the hearts of white people.
Oh yeah.
You know, so,
Touches the heart of white people, man.
so you're going with Cowboy Carter, or which was your
yeah,
second?
I'm going with Cowboy Carter.
Cowboy
Final
Carter?
answer.
Okay, let's see if Beyonce finally wins her first album of the
I
year.
guess we're gonna stay tuned.
Because she's
y'all.
won Record of the Year, she's won Song of the Year, and she's won I think Best New Artist. No, I don't think she won Best New Artist, but she's won the others. Like she has like kind of like the trifecta,
Yeah.
except for that one.
Okay.
And the biggest album, the biggest category of the year, the night. This is the one they do at the last. Is Record of the Year.
Record of the year.
And this is, the nominees are Fortnite, Taylor Swift, and Post Malone.
Okay, Fortnite.
Good Luck Babe, Chappell Roan.
Chappell Roan.
Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
360, Charlie XCX.
Mm-hmm.
Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter.
Ooh.
Texas Hold'em, Beyonce. Now and Then, The Beatles.
Oh.
And Not Like Us, Kendrick.
That's awesome. I look top 3: Kendrick, The Beatles, Sabrina Carpenter.
Kendrick, The Beatles, Sabrina Carpenter.
Yes, sir.
Of the 3, who takes it?
Possibly Sabrina Carpenter or Kendrick.
That's interesting. And of those 2,
Possibly Kendrick or Sabrina Carpenter.
you have to choose. You have to choose
With
one.
the white people, huh?
Oh, white
yeah,
people.
hey.
So he's going for Sabrina Carpenter.
I'm going for Sabrina. Yeah. Hey, is that me, Espresso?
Like, we need a Grammy So White. You know, remember
Yeah.
Oscar So White?
You're
We
right.
need a Grammy So White.
Grammy so white.
Now that Trump is in session, they don't care. They're like, okay, we could do it now.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, now you're free to.
I think.
There you go.
Okay, I don't think Kendrick's gonna win this one.
No.
I don't think he's going to win this one. I think they're already going to give him Song of the Year. They're not going to give him Record of the Year, but it should be. But he's not going to get it.
Mm-hmm. Who do you think?
I think they're going to give it to somebody who hasn't won yet, and I think they'll either give it to Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan or Texas Hold'em, Beyonce. I don't think Sabrina Carpenter's going to win anything, or outside of the pop categories. I don't think she'll win the big ones. So I think I'm going to go with Texas Hold'em by Beyonce.
Okay.
I'm going to say Beyonce will take Record of the Year, but that's her only win. She's going to go winless at the Album of the Year.
Say that again.
Say what? Sabrina Carpenter.
Taking a photo of him.
I think Sabrina Carpenter is going to end up winless at the Grammys, along with Beyonce. Yeah, outside of Record of the Year, you know.
Okay.
And now he's gonna send that to Crystal. You know?
Nice.
That's our producer over there, Ong, and our camera guy. He does it all. Right hand man. He's part
Awesome
of the
dude.
team, and he's gonna send that to Crystal, who he had on the podcast.
Yeah, Miss Crystal Ruby.
She's a big Sabrina Carpenter fan, and now he's implicating me using my own podcast against me to get me in trouble with Crystal. But we love you, Crystal, and yeah, I don't think she's gonna win. So
There you have it. Predictions for the Grammys.
all put away,
Thank
right?
you.
All tucked away nicely.
Yeah, you want to bet some money?
Bet some money. Are we sponsored by Underdog or
No.
those
By
other
what is
sports
that?
gambling?
That's steak.
Steak?
Steak.
Rubets.
Yeah. If they're watching, man, sponsor, we'll bet money on each other.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Stuff.
tons of money.
We'll just place bets on whatever.
Yeah, we'll just be a total degenerate. You know, we'll just go in blind and not even know like what we're betting on.
Yeah.
We'll bet on horse racing and lacrosse.
Yeah, all of it on black because red. You know?
Yeah, there you have it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Put my future kids' college fund on the
Hey,
line.
I can double it.
We'll double it.
Is it
Which
possible?
category are we betting on? Which category? Are we betting on?
Record.
Record of the
Yeah,
year.
record of the year.
Okay, so mine was Texas Hold'em, and yours was Espresso.
I'll do espresso.
Espresso. There we go. Beyonce versus Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Who
gonna
would win
say
a
that.
fight between the two?
I was gonna say white power.
What? Oh.
Block that out.
Who would win in a fight between Beyonce and
Probably
Sabrina?
Beyonce. Beyonce's a bigger woman.
Yeah,
She is, right? How tall is Sabrina Carpenter?
I think Sabrina Carpenter's like 5 feet tall. Or no,
That's tiny.
I think she's 5'3", actually. I think she's 5'3". And how tall is Beyonce?
She's 4'9".
Sabrina Carpenter?
She can't be
She's like legally admitted or something?
Yeah, she's shorter than 5. She wear platform to make her tall.
That's insane. 4'9"? That's shorter than short women. Crystal's not 4'9".
Crystal's 4'5".
No, Crystal's
5'1",
5
right?
feet. 5 feet tall.
Yeah, 4'9". It's a whole
tells me she's 5 feet
3
tall, yeah.
inches before.
Okay.
That's
Beyonce's 5'6", so
insane.
she'll punt.
Yeah,
Sabrina
5'6".
Carpenter,
Yeah, she'll punt her right away.
She'll just punt.
Yeah.
Sabrina is more, active. She's more agile.
You think so?
She might have speed, right?
Yeah.
She might have that speed.
The young age.
Yeah, her age, that's
She doesn't
true.
have age.
Yeah,
Beyonce
she's
has
got age.
experience,
I don't know, man, but she's fast. You know,
She
you gotta
knows
catch
how to
her.
ride a horse.
Sabrina don't have charisma. I think she's really good at it.
But in
Charisma.
like a physical fight, like they're beating at each other.
You haven't seen Sabrina either. She does.
Yeah, I think she give you a good, cat scratch. A real good one, a real deep one, where you'd be like, "Oh, what the man."
I think. Well, we've seen Beyonce's sister Solange slap Jay-Z, so you think it runs in the family that
It probably does, yeah.
You know?
yeah, it's give you a hand. It's heavy-handed.
heavy-handed,
No,
very
yeah.
heavy-handed. Oh yeah, yeah.
Look at my hurt because
I-
Jay-Z was like flabbergasted.
I'll put my money on Beyonce.
Yeah,
I'll just put my money on Beyonce.
I put my money on Beyonce on a fight.
Yeah, in a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going for Sabrina Carpenter on this
So,
one.
Crystal, let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know.
Who would win a fight, a physical altercation? Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah,
and
maybe you
Beyonce?
guys can vote also. We'll put a poll out
Yeah,
there.
put a poll, put it in the comment section,
Yeah.
and let us know who you think
Who can win?
a 4'9" pop singer or a 5'3" now country singer. Sorry, 5'6" now country singer.
I don't think she's 4'9". He's just like 5 feet. 5 feet versus 5'6". 6 inches. The 6 inches make the difference. The size matter.
In this fight, it does because she'll get punted.
Oh,
you
she'll
know?
get punted. Well,
get-
let's see what the people say.
Imagine trying to drop kick somebody that short, just like
Is it a drop kick?
a drop kick. Yeah, you know when they jump and they just throw both
Yeah.
feet out. Yeah, like
But
that.
would you have to do just a regular kick?
I mean,
Oh, a drop kicking?
yeah, but that's for the effort. you know?
Oh.
You just
You're
run
right,
up and
you're
you
right. Damn, that's just being extra.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, that was our nominations. Hopefully, this doesn't turn out bad. Hopefully, we're all right, and
Yep.
and we'll get our gambling sponsorship based on our predictions.
And let's all fingers crossed. Let's all hope that I win this little bet.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter, I'm counting on you.
Team Beehive.
Team Beehive. What is Sabrina Carpenter? What can I say? Where's Sabrina Carpenter?
I don't
Beehive.
know. I don't know.
Queen Bee. What's her nickname?
I think Queen Bee is also Beyonce.
Yeah, that's Beyonce. But what's Sabrina Carpenter?
Well, whatever Sabrina Carpenter's fandom name is he's the team apart. He's a part of
Somebody
that
come
team.
up with something so I can say it.
And that's it for the episode.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe to our brand new Patreon. The last episode we had was serious, so we have new the content up there, the additional full-length sets. If you guys want to see the entirety,
Yeah.
them perform Misery
Trust me.
Avenue in its entirety,
They're awesome.
subscribe to the lowest tier on our Patreon page, just $2 a month, and you'll have access to not only that content, but all of our past episodes uncensored, and you get the new episodes available 2 days before they release on
Earlier.
YouTube on Saturdays.
That's right.
So
That's right.
please subscribe to the Patreon if
Yeah.
you can, and if you can't, subscribe to the YouTube channel because we are. I think we're gonna be at 100 now. Like
Yeah,
by the
we're
time
about
this
100
episode
now.
films, we'll be at 100.
That's
So
awesome.
we'll try to do something special for 100
Milestone.
subscribers. You know, milestone. We made it, and we're gonna do something special for our subscribers. So please,
Yeah.
stay tuned for that. But keep subscribing. Get us to 200.
Subscribe.
That's the next milestone, Jay. 200.
Yeah, 200, man. Don't be chumps,
Don't be a
bros.
chump, man.
Come on.
Join the anti-chump zone on our
Yeah.
Patreon, and we'll see you all next week.
Peace.
Peace.